Hello, traders. John at StockBookie.com. Today is our live stream action on February 9th, 2017. We're going to go through the usual stocks before we start, and then we'll go from there. Just punch a symbol in. Tell me which way you want to go, long or short. We'll try to figure out which way these things are going. So, all right, let's turn that off, and then let's see what we can do here. All right, let's go through the usual suspects. The SPY. Apparently, I think Trump said something, I don't know, earlier today. We're 124 up on the Dow. We're at this 230.24 area. We've been talking about that. If you've been watching my sessions, what's up, brother? And here we are, man, 230.24. We're talking about this bullish pattern here. It needs to start moving up. Next level will be 233, 234 area if it makes there. Again, moving up on no volume, no conviction, no participation. Be careful with that. That is never good for a market that's floating. But at this point, they keep it no participation. This thing could keep floating up. So just be careful. No puts in these markets. I'm going to explain that to you guys again, or say it to you again. No puts. If you have to, go out a couple months. But even 6 months out, you're getting your butt kicked. So be careful with that stuff. All right, let's go SPY. Let's see if we close above this area today, or do we pull back? 10-minute chart. You know, we're consolidating. What time is it, guys? Noon. The special time of day. Low volume. Gosh, 29 million. We can't even get to 100 million a day. It's pretty pathetic, guys. It's actually really pathetic. So, and it's all news driven too. So be careful with that. Every day stocks are going up, down on earnings. It's all driven by news, guys. Never good. Never good complacent markets. But here we are again, floating higher. So what can you say? IWM's making it above this trend line here. We've been talking about this one. Breakout. You know, every time it got above, came back in, got above, came back in. Here we are again, making a run for the roses on no volume. Got to keep an eye on that. Gosh, that drives me crazy. But it did move up. Remember this. If Trump gets in, it's going to be terrible. Straight up. Everyone buys puts. You know, I'm going to go 4 months out, and then they get clobbered. So just be careful with the puts. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going here? SPY calls up 500% today. Nice, really nice. We'll sell them, dude. Don't watch them. And then let's see here. Yeah, if they're up 500, take the profits. You know, next thing you know, you're even on the day, and oh man, it's never a profit until you actually take it. So just beware. All right, hold on here, guys. All right, so let's see here. So yeah, so let's see if we close above this area. We're above the 750 on the IWM. Let's see if we could go higher. Qs, same thing. You know, Qs, we talked about this upper trend line here, and that thing comes back from, you know, this area here. It goes through some of this stuff, and then, you know, right into it. It's trying to get above it. We did talk about possibly 130. Let's see, you know, we get to the even number of 128 first, and then we'll take it from there. But right now, you know what? A good showing on no volume. It's pretty incredible, these markets. Seen this before. It's exactly what they did in 2015 before the flash crash. And this one here, come on, guys. 102 to 127 since July. That's a 30% move on a major index. And it's going to keep going. Well, God bless it. Let it keep going, because eventually this thing's going to come down. And when it does, it's going to be nasty, in my opinion. The Dow just keeps going. Goldman Sachs and JPM leading the way, because, you know, the banks are good again. You get a 100-point run in Goldman, and everyone thinks it's going to go higher. But complacent markets, it might just do nothing, and stocks are going to go up and down. These are tough markets, guys, right now. Unless you just buy, you know, every dip, I guess you just buy. You know, they're conditioning the sheep right now, I believe. Let's see here. Let's stick this in here too. You know, some good areas here, you know. Now remember, when it goes down, you got to buy the dip, because it's always been working for the last 7 years. So you got to be careful with that. Hey, what's up, everyone? All right, let's go through the IYT. Same things, different days. The IYT, you know what? I love how it came back, retraced, pulled back 5 days. Now it goes up 5 days, you know. Here we go, the seesaw. And right now, you know, not too bad. We came back up here. We filled the, we got to the gap window, that is. We didn't fill the gap. It is pulling back slightly, but I don't know. Someone was telling me with something with taxes, that's why this thing's going up to 123. Wow, I had to run a couple errands in the morning, got back here, and it was like, whoa, 123. What is going on here? But hey, why not? You know, what the heck? All right, let's see here. Let's go through the IYT's looking strong. USO, that's another one, USO. Hey, we're up 13 cents today, down 13 cents, up 13 cents, down. We're still in this channel here, just going up and down. We did hit a great area of support yesterday, double bottom, 200 MA. What do you think this thing was going to do? Gap down and go lower? No, it bounced up right back into the moving averages. Come on, grandma, as long as we get above the moving averages, everything's good. It's like her goal in life. Look, on the SPY now, everything's above the moving averages again on all time frames. It's great again, you know, just like Trump. So, gosh, the markets, these complacent markets drive me nuts, guys. It's the other day I went golfing. Hey, what's going on? How's it going, Suzanne? Yeah, I haven't done live chats. You know, if everybody knows, I run a business. It's Valentine's Day. I do a lot of stuff for grocery stores, and I'm printing banners. That's what I've been doing for the last probably 3 weeks or so, 2.5 weeks. I've been doing some stuff on Stock Twitch. I still make the videos, but yeah, just been slammed. And when work calls, I gotta do it. As much as I love and have a passion for trading, I have to attend to my business once every so often. So, and everything's cleared up now. I do have more work coming in, hopefully next week, or I know I do. So that's why I wanted to do some live sessions today. So, all right. So USO back into this area. Let's see if we close above this. You know, dollar up, oil up, dollar up, or dollar down, oil down. There's a complete disconnect here. UUP, where is it today? Look at that. So oil's up, dollar's up, again, disconnected. But the gold trade, though, gold is down a little bit today, but nothing wrong. We are into the 618. We did almost hit this 1879 area, so you'd expect a little bit of a pullback. I mean, look, we ran from 113 to 118. You need a little bit of a breather. Let's see if we continue sideways. I hope we continue sideways, coiling up or consolidation for the next leg up. And then if it does consolidate up in here, I'm thinking 125, or at least at this big breakdown bar, at least. So that's what I'm looking for in there. So, you know, so far so good with the gold. If you did get in around the 108, 107 area, you want to take half off up here and try to get the rest off at 125. You know, if you want to be a pig and hold on to it, hold on to it. I think higher prices to come, but you know, just the markets, guys. I mean, you see what's going on here. It's pretty incredible. You know, with the 31 million on the SPY, there's no conviction. Markets are going up, doing whatever they need to do for these, you know, whoever needs to make money in these markets, basically. So, all right, let's see here. What's going on with gold? No, nothing really. I mean, look, nice move up. I mean, just like this, you had a great move up, little pullback, great move up. You got to expect a little bit of a pullback. You know, dollar up too. Dollar up, gold's going to come in. You know, and then oil's just going to do whatever. You know, with the OPEC and the news and this and that, it's pretty incredible. What's going on here? I think Stern Top is in. I'm not sure what you said, George. Gulks, in my opinion. I think Stern Top is in Gulks or Folks, maybe. G Folks, okay. I'm not sure what the Stern. I can't really. I don't have my glasses today. All right, so let's get, so gold, yeah, that's up with gold. Just leave it there. You're at the 618. You might get a little bit of a pullback. As long as you're above the MAs here, you're fine. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Weekly chart, same thing. We did get above the 20 MA. As long as we stay above this 20, let's see if we consolidate, maybe a little bit of a bull wedge, and then the next leg up. I'm still thinking up into this area, but you got to watch this downslope and trend line. If we do get into this one here, you got to respect that, as well as this one too. Not that, you're still through price on this one, but, coming from here, you had the gap fill down in there. Gold, nothing wrong. Let's see if we get a little bit higher up here. But again, if you took it down here around 107, 50 or so, I'd take a little bit off up here. And then as it comes up into this area, if it does make it to 125, I'd take the rest off, wait for the pullback, and then do it again. All right, let's see. I'm looking at COHR. Dwayne, which way do you want that thing to go, or what are you looking at? Well, let's pop it up. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. Woo, another high flyer. See, these are a lot of positions that I'm putting on, guys. I'm putting on small positions. I'm waiting them out. I'm not doing puts. I'm buying, maybe $10,000 position, $20,000 position. I'm going to let it ride. I get my 5 to 10% and I'm out. I'm making 500 to $1,000 and done. I'm not sitting around in these. But oh yeah, if you want to short this one, short it. I don't know what the hell they do, but this is fully extended. They might go up on news or earnings or something. But if you want to take a stab at this one, let's see, it has been relentless since I watched this in July. Huge EPS, long still, yeah, long still, yeah. After that, apparently they had earnings or something right here. I would definitely short this one up here. You know, maybe two. I'd add here, but I'd be willing to add a 200 as well. No puts though, because they could sit this thing up forever. If you want to do maybe a spread up here, you know, but still, gosh, buy yourself a little bit of time because it could go to 200. I'd rather wait for one more push to 200. But honestly, gosh, I love that chart. Look at this thing. Monthly, Under Armour, yeah, that thing got smoked. I was telling everyone that thing was going lower. We shorted at the top a long time ago, and we took our money and ran. And I never thought in a million years that would keep going. You know what, though, guys? I'm not going to be in this trade, but I'm going to post this one on Twitter. I like this COHR. I'm in a bunch of trades, guys, and I'm pulling them off one at a time. So I'm going to do swing, short. Let's see, COHR, COHR. It could go to 200, so be careful with this one. If you want to start to nibble, you know, at my price, I'm going to put 194.50, and I'm going to put slow and steady. No puts. You will get your ass kicked in these markets. You know, you're writing calls on this one, possibly. It only has 239 shares on the day, so it is a light volume stock. But gosh, writing calls wouldn't be bad either on this one. If you want to write some calls, write some calls. Go out a month or two though. Don't go to February 17th a week. Go a month or two out. But yeah, you get a move like this, you know, gosh, these are the charts I love to find. That was a great find there. Love that. All right, swing short. Slow and steady. That's going up on Twitter right now. All right. Great one, Dwayne. Love that. Holy crap. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Love that. And you know, and they apparently had earnings or something the other day. So has been relentless. Yep. I think Stern UAA. Let's see here. UAA. Yeah, that was our mark, 2054, and that's where it's pretty much stopping here. Let's go to a day. There must be a gap fill there or something like that. So yeah, there's got to be something there. Yeah, we've looked at this thing. I have had that line in there for a long time. Yeah, right there. You got a low pivot and a gap fill. So if this area cracks a $20 even number, then you're probably going to 1540 down here. You got a gap to fill. You got a pivot here. I'd expect this thing going to $15.34 if the markets break lower, which that's going to be a tough task. But if the markets do break lower, gosh, my X position's going a little bit. I took half off my X. 34. You know what, guys? I'm going to add more to my X short right here. I took some off for a good profit. It's pulling up again here. I'm going to add more to my short here. Add more short X. Holy crap, typing and trading and everything else. Add more X, adding more short. Hold on. Let me get the here we go, multitasking. All right, 3702. Actually, yeah, 37. Oh, hold on. Damn, typing shit in here. Oh, haven't been doing this in a while. All right, hold on here. All right, let me get my. All right, 3702. Gosh, type 3702. Got to stick with it. Adding more short X 3702. Got to make sure everybody gets this. That's why I like doing the live things. Hey, I'm adding more short. Don't type, you know, thing. Yeah, DPC. Is that insane? I added more short. That's it. Hey, what's up, Raj? How's it going, bud? Yeah. All right, hold on a second here. I got this typed in here. I got X. Hold on. Jeez. I'm losing it, guys. I'm losing it here. Yeah, I do like this area too. That's why I'm adding here. I don't know if it's going to make it. It's at 3705. You want to go short if you want to wait for a little bit higher prices. That's not bad either. It seems to be breaking out, but I guess there's some news or something coming up. So this is your next big area around 3735, 3750. Let's see if we could get up there. If it gets up there, I'll add a little bit more. Let's see, UAA. Yeah, UAA, if this thing keeps going, gosh. Man, Fumbling around, guys. All right, UA, yeah, you're catching that bid off that gap fill. If this thing does fail, but you are consolidating in a bearish manner, if it goes down, you're looking at 20 for support. And if the markets start to dump, you're probably looking at that 1540 area. So be careful with that one. CSC, yeah, this one's been a bear too. Yep, gaps up on earnings. It looks like earnings. If you're not short this one, I would start to add short on this one. We are in a short position here. We did cover, and then we did starting at a short again. It's a small position. I'm going to have to look at that one and see. If you're not short, add it. And if you are short with me from back in this area here around November, you know, we did pull some off, went back up, and then boom, it's going against us right now. But again, I have small positions on these guys. I'm not getting killed on these. Again, if you're doing $10,000 positions, $20,000 positions, $30,000 positions, I'm spread out with plenty of trades coming, you know, going, guys. I had 70 to 80 trades out there on Twitter, and we're slowly covering each one. And if I'm not in one, you know, say if I wasn't in this one, I'd be shorting this one right here, definitely. So if you wanted to go short CSC, then I would short that. If you're already short with me from down in this area, we did cover. Just hold tight here, guys. Monthly chart is the what we're really looking at on these, and that's just a stretch play. You know, these are going to be a little bit long-term holds. Not long-term. I'm hoping no longer than 6 months. But, you know, this is the reason why we shorted here, because it was stretched, and now it's really stretched. So if you're not short with me on this one, then short it here, you know, and then short it up in this area. That's how I would play this one here. THX. Yeah, a lot of these things are going into earnings. So THX, or is that thanks? Maybe. CLF catching a little bit of a bid. Let's see here. Daily. Yeah, we got up there. We're right back in the double top over here. If you're long on this one, gosh, I mean, it depends where you're long from. You know, from 2016, what a hell of a ride. You know, if you're not taking some off of there, let's see. There's got to be another reason here. Yeah, there you go, right there. Here's your high pivots up in here. So if it can't get above the 1166 area, then you definitely want to. Hey, what's up, Reva? In Apple puts, I know it hurts. Yeah, that puts just kill. I have a small account. I started $1,000 account. I'm getting my ass roasted because I'm buying puts, you know, and I should know better than that. But it's like, all right, let's put some, you know, just quick positions on, and man, not even quick positions where you're thinking it's going to pull back. It's pretty incredible, these markets, guys. So just be careful. Spreads are working. The best things to do right now is just write calls. Write calls, writing puts. I don't know, maybe on a downward action, but you know, if anything pops up, write some calls and play the premium, and that's it. All right, hold on, guys. Falling behind. All right, CLF. Yeah, you're into some resistance right up in here, but you know, it's not. You know, you are above that pivot too, the $11 area. It needs to close and continue up. So you know, not a bad pop. Earnings or news or whatever the hell is going on at this point, but end of the road could be around the $12 area. You do have a gap fill up in here around 14 bucks, and then you have some pivots here, but just be careful with this thing. You know, we had a hell of a run from the $1.25. You're at 11, you know, whatever, 24 or whatever the price is, 11, 12. You know, just be careful if you're long. You know, if you're in long from even $5 and you're not, you know, take something off the table. You don't want to wake up to these markets just bombing. So I have a feeling, guys, it's just this light volume crap cannot last forever. It's complacent. Everyone's getting, you know, oh, this is just by the market. It's going up. And then all of a sudden, boom, they switch it on you and we're tanking for 3 weeks. So just be careful. Yeah, DPZ. I did add more to that. We've been trading this one. So let it go up. I don't care. I'm playing it. So when it went up to here, we added, we covered, we added, covered, and now it keeps going up. We keep adding up. So we covered twice already. Let it go up for me. If you're not short this one, short it up in here. Monthly chart, that's what we're playing. So I'm going to hang on to this one. Now it's getting ridiculous. So if you're not short the DPZ, short it up here, because now it's getting stretched, and this one will come back in. And when it does, I'm thinking 140, 150 area. It'll pull back 30, 40 bucks. You know, earnings, I think, are maybe a couple weeks away or something. So be careful with that one as well. Glad to see you're back on cyberspace. Want to see those banners? Yeah, exactly. You know, Raj. Yeah, man, I've been printing banners galore. So let's see. Tesla is going through the roof. Sold off my long shares at 220, but looking for a read. Nah, Andy, don't touch. Let Tesla go into earnings. Don't. We're into some big areas here, big pivots. Every time it goes up into this area, it comes back in. This time might be different, but I don't think it's going to. You had a hell of a run from 180 to 280. You're not taking profits. It's crazy. And then you get 3 bars up on the monthly as well, right to a high pivot. Gosh. I mean, if this thing, I hope it goes up a little more. I'll be writing calls up in here. If it does, just be careful with these. Look at the pattern, guys. And I was talking to someone on StockTwits about that. Oh, there's no pattern in this. It always look at the pattern. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up. Where do you think it's going? I mean, we might get one blow off top here because they had spectacular numbers or whatever the hell they're talking about there, or Elon will come out and tweet some crap or whatever. But we're right into some serious resistance up here, even with this upper trend line too. And this is a weekly chart. Even though if it closes on here on Friday, I want to see some follow through volume on the weekly. And if this thing reverses, comes right back in, I'm thinking lower prices to come. Don't be fooled by this piece of crap. Again, look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. What do you see anything in common with these moves? And then we're in this big channel. We're in the upper part of the channel again. Everyone gets excited. The Model 3, oh, it's going up forever. Stop, hey, hurry. No, I shouldn't say that, guys. But I'm a trader. I don't care. People are like one guy, Joe Mama on StockTwits, love him to death. We've been friends for since I came on here. But man, sell here, buy there, sell here, buy down here, sell here, buy down here, sell. I mean, that's all it's doing. If you would have done that, what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then you're selling 4 times, your cost average would be $20. You could hold on to this thing forever and you will never lose unless they go out of business. So why would you? He's been holding. I've been long for 2 years. For 2 years, it's been in the same range. Now you're back at the high range where you bought it from. Now you're not taking. So all the bag holders up here, what do you think they're becoming now? They're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not. Every time I hold on to this thing, it goes straight down. Every time I hold on to it, goes straight down. Every time I hold on to it, goes straight down. So why the hell are you holding on to it here? Is this time different? No, not really. So my thing is, we're into some big resistance here. Let me see. Let's see if it could go through. And if it goes through, then you got more resistance up in here than the $300 even number. I'd wait for the pullback. I still think this is going to be a $150 stock. That's my opinion now. We'll see. Time will tell, guys. So Andy, hopefully that helps you a little bit. Hey, Reva, how's it going? I'm in the Apple puts. Yeah, brutal. They're brutal. Unbelievable. Even if you go out 10 months, you're just getting your ass kicked in these things. I sold APS and UPS puts too early, left. So I'd want to hold out. Yeah, ADP worked out good. UPS worked out good. So, just take the winners and hold on to the losers. And, sometimes you just got to cut it and move along, because Apple, they had good earnings. It's Apple now, before Apple couldn't get anything going. But again, this one's getting stretched too, and we're going in the double top. There's not too much, it's so funny. Is Apple, is it time to get in? No, time to get in was at $80, $90, $100. Now they're telling you to get in at double top. Oh, geez. This is where all the smart money's dumping in the huge resistance. All the bag holders who've been holding since April of 2015, they're like, you know what? I'm at break even. I'm taking the money. But the hype from the CNBC machine is getting this thing higher. You got to get into Apple now. You couldn't buy it down here at 100. No, don't buy it at 100. Buy it at 131. It's going to be great. Just be careful with that stuff. All right, guys. Let's see here. AVGO. Got to keep an eye on this X position, guys. Anything else really catching anyone's eyes here? Let me see. Where's Facebook's still down today. Remember, they had that whatever. What do they have? Some game or something they had? They were up $3 yesterday. Oh, they have a game on Facebook now. Oh my gosh, it should be up $4 today. It's so stupid. AVGO. Oh yeah, look at that one. Ooh, look at that. That might be another one I might post on there. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, guys, if you want to short this one, I think we talked about this one, waiting and waiting and waiting, and boom, short. If you're not short AVGO, short it. Love that, Raj. I'm going to post that one on Twitter too. All right, short swing AVGO. Wait a second. Wait a second. Did they have earnings or something first? Let's see if they had earnings. I mean, not that, if you want to go short, well, gosh, they probably have earnings. Gosh, look at that. It already pulled back. Jeez. Um, man, I still like that chart. These are high flyer plays that we're playing. Monthly charts. You might be in these a little long. All right, you know what? I'm going to put it in there. Avgo, short swing Avgo at 204.43. You're not short it. If you want to use a quick stop out, you can use short swing Avgo at. All right, that's in there too. Yeah, I like that. Nice extension from here. I mean, look at this thing straight up. I don't even know what they do. 1 million on the day, so not too bad. Dang, this would have been yesterday at double top up here. But hey, you know what? Or let's see, daily chart. Yeah, when it bounced. Well, actually, nah, you're catching it. You're catching a pretty good high there. So, all right, so that one's on Twitter now. Thanks, Raj, for that one. LIT. That's got to be another high flyer. You know me. You know how I like those. Yeah, look at that. Jeez. It's already pulling back a little bit, though. Let's see on a monthly. Let's see if that is the high. Wow. Not a lot of data on here. Waiting for data, guys. Waiting for data. Not too much here. Did it hit 50? Gosh, 50 would have been the number. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not, there's no 20 MA here. It is a high flyer. It has been going up apparently on, whenever it IPO'd or whatever. It's been a great move, man, from 2016. Had a nice little top here. Some news apparently coming up, maybe earnings or something. I mean, if you want to give it a shot, you can. I would wait personally for 50, 51, see if it could get, because apparently some news came in. Let's see, if the markets keep going up, it could get one good push up, to the 50, 51. So be aware of that, but not a bad area to start to add. Today would have been, right around the 50, the 49.38. That would have been the area. But, again, earnings or spies, everything's going up. So everything could keep going up, guys. With the light volume and all that stuff. So just be careful. Just be careful. ORLY. That one going to the highs again. Yeah, look. I mean, we filled the gap on here. It goes. Let it go. We were in auto zone, and we're out of that one now. We've been out. We shorted AutoZone. We were adding around 806 or so. When this thing came down to here, we were done. I mean, I think on earnings, I think I covered half. Or I'd have to go back to Twitter, and then maybe it came down. We covered a little bit more. I think we let it go down a couple more days, and then we've been out. So I would let these things come up. I'm sure Trump's going to come in and fix the auto industry next, and then all the auto parts stores too. So let them fix it. Let them all go up, and then we'll short them at highs again. Like Chipotle's up $12 now today. Unbelievable. Things are going nuts. Golden miners are bidding up, are they? Let's see. GLD. Yeah, a little bit. They're holding on strong. 69 cents down. Nothing to worry about, guys, with gold. We went over this in the beginning. Just chopping around, sideways action, nothing to be worried about. As long as we stay above these moving averages on the daily and the weekly chart, which we're holding pretty good. It came right in here, and then we gapped it up, and boom, we're right back up in here. But we're into the 618. We're starting to hit the 200 MA and the 50 MA here. So it's going to be a lot of resistance here. We're going to have to see this thing really, maybe do a gap up, or the markets really come in, and then maybe gold will go a little bit higher. So we'll keep an eye on that stuff. Let's see. What do you think about BMY? Had calls, 55 strike for 617. So when BMI hit 51, waiting to hit 46 again. BMY. Yeah, boom, right back down. Gosh, you hit double bottom here. You're into this 750 retrace. Let's see where this thing goes. So we're off that pivot there. You have these pivots here. Yeah, it's pretty good right here. You have some real good support, but you do have a gap fill down in this area. You're getting a pretty nice retrace here. Yeah, this one's hard to say. They must have been on news or something. They dropped, or Trump, or maybe Trump tweeted, or who knows? Let's see where it's retracing to. So we're in the 382 retrace. Yeah, I mean, if this thing goes up, you're probably going into this area here, maybe the 200. I mean, you do have the pivot in this 50 MA as well, but you are getting a bounce off this area here. and you're getting, you know, off these pivots here, that pivot here, I'll stick it in there, that pivot there, it caught, and then you got this pivot. So you had a lot of support down in this area. You're getting a bounce. If the markets continue up, you'll probably go up. If the markets start to sell, this one will probably go lower. So be careful with this one. If you're in, let's see, strike price, what do you think about being had calls, 55 strikes, 6-7 sold when BMI hit 51, okay. 46. Waiting to hit 46 again. Yeah, I mean, this is your bounce right here. This is when you would have been buying calls right down in here, in my opinion, especially after 3 days down and you get, you know, into this lower support area here. That would have been the area. If it does go, I mean, if anything, if it retraces it, I no puts for me. I would just let this one play out. Even if it comes back in and if it retraces up into here, you're probably going to come right back down and then break these areas. And if the markets start to sell, if they ever start to sell, guys, remember, if they ever start to sell, we have 32 million on the day. Very hard to pull back. And then it's all news driven, guys. So again, this is a tough trade. I would wait up into this area and possibly short, but right now you're just getting a bounce off of a, you know, high pivot sell off into good support, and then that's it. So for me, I would just try to find stuff. Again, that would have been your area to buy calls right there. Because if it comes back in, this thing could just sit and sit and sit and sit and never go up and then possibly start heading down. So just be careful with that trade. Let's see here. Twilio. Twilio. Someone saying, oh, this thing's got a huge short squeeze today. Well, I would say more it's coming off this gap fill down in here that we talked about. You know, we were short Twilio and everybody laughed. Everybody laughed up here. And, you know, we only took about $5-6 or something like that. And it just kept going. But we did have a nice gap fill at 26.09. It did hit that area. And that's where I think we're bouncing off right down in here. That was the last. And then the last area would have been the 23.77. So right now we retraced back up into the 618 and this high pivot where it broke down. So, you know, I don't know with Twilio. I don't follow fundamentals at all, but you had a nice retrace. At the end of the day, you got to keep going. You got to get above this pivot. If it gets above $35 and maybe higher prices, maybe to 38. But I think this is still, you know, suspect of possibly pulling back if the markets do. Had a heck of a run from 26 to 34. So, you know, if you're going to start chasing it up here, I wouldn't. I'd rather wait for another pullback and then be a buyer if you want to go long. But again, we're right in that time frame with the SPY where anything can happen, guys. So just be really careful if you're long in these markets. So, but yeah, right now we're in the 618. I'd like to see some consolidation on the daily. Once you get some consolidation, then maybe a buyer. If it pulls back maybe to the $30 area, then possibly hop in. But the markets are going to have to continue higher for these stocks to go higher. That's kind of the wild card. If the markets start pulling back, all these high flyers are going to pull back with it. So that's it. Thoughts on CSX? Yeah, I don't know. It had a nice move up. You know, it's again, these markets, it's just moving up and then they just sit there. So to buy puts in this, you know, a spread maybe would have worked up here at 50. But my gosh, these markets are just unbelievable. I've seen this before where it just sits and sits and sits. But looking at the monthly, you know, this is what I was looking at. But you know, if you wanted to short this thing, you know, you do it with shares, and you got to sit on it. You know, this is a monthly stretch chart. This will take a little bit of time, but eventually you'll come back wherever the 20 MA is. And if the 20 MA is at 40 or 35, 36, I still think you probably come to these high pivots around 37.64. So if you want to short it, you can. I don't know what news they have or whatever, John. You know, I think new is announced tomorrow. Okay, maybe that's why it's going up. You know, will he help? I don't know. Let's see. SU, good earnings. XLE starting to move up. SU, good earnings. Okay, I mean, you're still in the SU or you're still in the, that's a monthly chart. Let's see what we're looking at on the daily. Daily, you're still up into these areas here. And, you know, if you look, if they did have good earnings or what have you, you know, it pops up. We're right into the 750, 618 retrace and the 50 moving average here. If you're long on this one, it's got to get above these moving average and then start making a run for the 32.65 area. If it can't, if this thing comes right back down, I'd be real careful. You do have a gap fill down in here around 30, and then ultimately it'll be at the $200 area. So basically, if you're bullish, you need to get above this 50 MA and above this high pivot. Then you have a gap fill. You got some gap fills up here as well. So just be careful with this one. It's kind of a 50-50 shot right now from this area. If it gets below the 20 MA, then I'd probably expect lower prices. If it gets above the 50 MA, I'd expect higher prices. That's how I would look at that one. Let's see here. What is that? XLE. XLE pulling back a little bit too. Yeah, just kind of floating around too, and you know, kind of came down, filled this gap right here. Never made it to the 200 moving average, but we filled the gap, and that's pretty much where it popped up from there. 2 days up, you know, after a little bit of follow through. Yeah, I'd expect higher prices looking at this one. You did, you pop back up after gap fill, you follow through, you close. And let's see if we close above this. If we close above that, then you're probably going to get to 73, 74 area. If you get back through here, you got to fill this gap, and then ultimately the 50 MA, and then another gap here around 75. If you get to 75, then you got to start taking profits if you're long. If you're short, and if you get above the 75 area, then you might want to maybe cover and maybe reshort up here at 78.37. So right now, a little bit oversold, getting a little bit of a bounce here. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, I was going to say, there's got to be something down here. So even the weekly here, you have a little bit of support from the but check this out, guys. Goes right into the 200 MA. Boom, pulls back for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Actually, what? 2 months, I should say. This is a weekly chart. Right back into the 20 MA, 618 retrace, and boom, right back up. So on the weekly chart, this thing has to close above the 20 MA if you're bullish. If it does close below the 20 MA, then you got to see how next week sets up for this one, and then possibly more downside. Because right now, you're kind of 50-50 shot up or down. As long as it stays above the moving averages, you're okay. If it gets below, then I'd step aside and let it go down. Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming here and watching the videos and stuff. CMG, love the CMG. It's another one. They're all fixed again, so we get, catching a bid. Let's look at it on the daily. Yeah, this one's been an animal, though. I mean, it caught a bid, filled the gap down here after earnings. Boom, never stayed below the 50 MA on the daily, and bam, right back up. I would start being, real careful. If you're long in this one, I'd maybe start taking your profits. But that's me. If you're long from down in here, $400 area, you made 14, 15 bucks. Boom. I mean, honestly, it could go up here. You're looking at this trend line too, after earnings. Oops. Let's see if we could get that coming over a little bit more. Hey, gosh, it's been a while since I've done these live things. A little rusty, guys, a little rusty. But yeah, right now we're in the 5-0 retrace. We're coming into these lower pivots here. If you're looking at Chipotle, if you're long, just hold on. Nothing wrong with this thing right now. It did have earnings, so they might be shaking some shorts out here right now. But as long on the daily, as long as you get it back above these moving averages, it could make a run. If you start getting 424, 430, 434, this high pivot, then you got to think about probably taking some profits on here, especially on this high pivot here. We shorted this one, shorted this one, shorted this one. We played this one a couple times and then went right back in that same area and bam, down again. So if it does retrace, I'm thinking 425 area. If it gets there, markets start breaking down, look for more downside. This is your line in the sand. If it does come straight down, hits the 385, I think we can have lower prices to come. So just be careful on this one. It could be just a dead cat bounce from a little bit of support, gap fill, just going up. And I know it's enticing. Oh my gosh, it's been going up since 395. I got to hop back on. Maybe they got an upgrade or something. Just be careful. Right now, as long as it stays above the moving averages, could move up. Just keep an eye on that. If it comes right back in, then you need to get out. If you're long, if you're short, maybe from up in here, maybe earnings or so, just hold tight. I think we can get lower prices here. Let's see if this thing sets up in a bullish manner or it comes right back in and goes down. So you got to keep an eye on that as well. Right now, it's kind of a 50-50 shot after a run up. You're in the 50% retrace. So that's CMG. No problem. You're welcome. Jonathan, you're welcome. VRX, nah, I can't figure out where this thing's going. I was telling everybody 1387 area. That's pretty much where it's been holding. And I told that area a long time ago too, because 1387, guys, was this low pivot down in here. There was a low pivot. See how it held all that stuff? Next area, I'm telling you, 743. This thing really starts to crack, it's going there. And then you got a little pivot around it's about 743, $6 or $7 or so, and that's from this low pivot before it broke out. But gosh, That was another high flyer. Look at that on the monthly. High flying. Look at that. Straight down. Got to be careful with those names. And speaking of high flyers, NVIDIA today, guys. Getting my ass roasted on that trade, but we will see what happens going into earnings, baby. Holding on to it for dear life. But share size, I'm in it for long term coming back in. I did write some calls. I'm getting roasted on that position right now, and let's see if I get roasted more. If it does move up, I might add more to that position or do some more writing calls, but we'll have to see how this goes with it. Not VRX and NVIDIA. I'm just getting off the subject. Sorry, guys. But yeah, VRX, nothing to do here. I mean, I know it's a bottom feeder play, and that's what everyone's trying to do. But if you want to really bottom feed around $7, that's when you want to bottom feed this one. This one's just a weak turd, and I think it will go lower. If the markets start to come in, this one will be a $10 stock and ultimately $7. So be careful with it. If you're short, hold on. If you're long, you just need old Billy Boy to come out and throw out some news out there and tell him he's going to fix everything again. So I think the sharks are out, and they smell blood in the water, and they're taking him. They're taking him out on this position. I mean, he was adding more, I think, at $30. Loading the house again, and it just kept going lower. So be careful with that one, Davey. John, everyone, looking at SNA for calls. SNA for calls. Gosh, not bad. This is a daily, so you are chopping around sideways. If the markets continue to go up, possibly. I don't know what these guys do, but right now it's a little bit weak coming off of a high pivot. Now you're consolidating sideways here, and see how it tried to go up right to the 50 MA into this big resistance too, and then it pulled right back and it came down. You could be just getting a little bit of a bounce from these lower pivots here. Let's go a little further here. I just want to see on a fib. Let's pull it from here first. So we're holding the 5-0 retrace from that pivot point. Let's just take it from here just to see what the difference would be. Are we into the 50 yet? No. So this area, I don't mind this one here coming. Markets are pulling up, moving up again. Gosh, this is unbelievable. So if the markets move up, yeah, this thing can this thing can catch a bid. But if it starts getting into the 174, 173 area, that you're going to run into some resistance here. So if you did happen to buy a call, if it gets up in this area, pull it off the table. But if this thing starts to go lower and cracks below these pivots here, you want to get out, because we're definitely going to go to 160 and possibly, fill this gap right here. And then you have a gap right here as well. So it's one of those plays where it's already moving up, only 242,000 on the day. But if this thing reverses right back in and starts coming in, you got to get the hell out, because it will probably go down to this price. And then you also have a gap fill and then double bottom, gap window here. So right now it's kind of in a 50-50 shot. You're at the 50% retrace. But as long as you're holding this area down in here, it could possibly go up. And you need the markets to go up too as well for this to go up too. So just be careful with this one, because you can wake up, boom, we're going down, and we're down here and we're coming back in. So be careful. Let's look on the weekly really quick just to see if there was any more support. Yeah, look at that right there. So you have support here from the 20 MA too. Yeah, so on the weekly, if this thing closes below the 20 MA, we're probably going lower. So just be careful. This would have been the bounce area here, this first hit on the weekly, and then the push up. But a little bit late to the party on the call, but want to take a stab at it. I personally wouldn't. This is a little bit bearish coming down sideways here. I mean, you might get a little more, a day or two up. Again, if you get into this area, you need to get out. If it starts to sell, you need to get out this way for a profit, for a loss, if that helps anything here. Let's see here. Gosh, where am I? VRX. Where did I get the SNA from? Hold on. CMG. Oh, SNA calls. Okay, yeah, Panera fading. Perfect. Let's look at that one. I put that one. I added that to my short. Yeah, there we go. I'm a little bit out of the water on this one, but Panera, nice little topping tail, possibly. If you want to short this one, let it retrace back up, short it up here. If you don't want to wait for the retrace, just short it up here. You can use the 236 area as a stop out if you want to make it simple. I'd do it on a weekly close. But yeah, it's fading a little bit. I mean, gosh, this is another one that we traded a bunch of times. Every time it moved up, then it would pull back, move up. I mean, look at this move up, and then bam, clobbered, moved up, bam, moved up again. If we stay above this trend line, it will be pretty, a little bit stronger, but let's keep an eye on it. If it closes down here, we will not confirm today. So if you are short this one with me, just stick with it. So Grub. ER in 2 days short. Don't play this one. Grub. Was it up here at one point? Jeez. Yeah, I would wait. I wouldn't short it. I'd wait for the pop, and then if it pops up in the here, short it up in the $44 area. That's what I would do. The ER done 2 days ago. Oh, ER. Okay. So ER was a couple days ago. Um, Gosh, I'd wait. With the markets being as buoyant as they are, I'd see if this one could get another bid with the markets. If the markets happen to go up a little bit more, and then I would short it up in this area. This would have been the short area up in here. But even this one, gosh, I mean, it did pull back. It's holding the 50 MA, kind of going, I guess earnings 2 days ago. So this would be it. This is the play here. Kind of trying to find its direction. It does look a little bit weak. We don't have really any pattern on this one. It is holding the 50 and the 7 or the 618 fib. Oh man. Yeah, nothing to do. I'd rather see it pop up again and then come in. If it comes down, then maybe look for an area to possibly go long. Right here, I don't mind around 30 bucks. But yeah, this is a tough one. It's been going, look at this action yesterday. I mean, it could go straight back up. So I would wait for another retrace back up into the highs and then short it again, Raj. Yeah, there's other defined, patterns that I like a little bit better. Kind of like netties. Netties, I don't mind a short up there, or a spread even. I know you like to do spreads. So AZ looks good going into earnings, target 800. Now said, I don't know. Maybe. We were short AZO. We covered. We were short up, and when this thing flew up, then it pulled back, and then it bounced up again. We added more again, and then boom, we covered our short. It could. I mean, now you're looking at coming from a low pivot down in here, going into earnings. I mean, this is another one though, guys. Go to the monthly. This was another one that was high flying. I mean, you have a good pattern up here. I mean, it's not really anymore. It did come right back in. When it was right about here, that was when it was like, okay. And then when it popped up into this area here, it's like, oh my gosh, you got it. And then, you got to short it. It comes back in, pops back up. You got to short it up in here. Came back in. You know, it could, if earnings go right back to 8. If it got to 8, I would definitely get out of it. But honestly, it could go down to 617 on earnings. I don't know. Right now, nothing for me to do. We shorted it, so we took our profits and said thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, if you want to play that, you can, but I'd rather wait for it to go 800, 820, and then short it again. I wouldn't want to play the up move. I mean, they might have good earnings. You have this little lower trend line too, that's been holding this thing up as well. So that thing cracks, we're going right here to 615, 600 area, and then ultimately, around 664 when these markets start to come in. They are going to come in, guys. It's just a matter of when. So you got to be watching. You got to watch out for that. Running into resistance, short-term short deck. All right, hold on. I'm behind. I'm sure probably if it hit it already. Deck. Let's go to the daily. Let's see if it's running into anything. Yeah, you're running into this gap right here. Oh, I'd rather see one more move into this gap fill here in these moving averages. If it moves up into this area here, 55, 56, then you want to do a spread. Yeah, let it go up one more time. You got 2 days of good moves. Let it go one more time. If the markets go up another 100 tomorrow, this one will be into this gap fill. I do like the gap fill here. Not a bad area. But I think if we get one more big day, boom, this is your area right here, Raj. And you got this. Let's look at the weekly real quick, see if there's anything on the weekly that's holding this thing up. Yeah, right here. Look at that, 57. So if it does push up into this area, 57 or so, this is going to hit a brick wall. But it is deck, and, it's deck. Got to get in this one now. No, I'm kidding. But we did hold these pivots there, and it's starting to make another retrace. So, yeah, I would wait for that and then check this out even on the weekly. You got a trend line here too. So if it does go up and you put a position on for a short or a spread up in this area, you should have some big resistance up here too with this pivot. So I'd wait give it one more day, see if it pops up. If it does, shoot me off an email, let me know. So, all right, let's see here. INT looking bearish. INTU. Oh yeah, look at that, pop right back up. So bomb down there. Oh, let's see here. What is this, the daily? Let me look back in this one. Wow, look at that. God, clawed its way back up. Yeah, I mean, we're short this one, so you could go short if you want to. Did we cover half of this one? I think we did cover half though. Let's see. Hold on. Or are we out? I don't even know. It's been a hell of a couple weeks here. I've been trying to keep up with everything and posting stuff, and so ADP we covered half. No, we didn't do anything with this one. Gosh, we should have. God, that was a nice pullback too. But you know what? We're in it for a little bit longer term, so whatever. I'm in a small position still of it, so I'm not. Oh, where is it? Did I do anything? Did I post anything, I should say? So yeah, I mean, you could give it a shot. It had a nice retrace. Everybody covered down, and everybody covered their shorts down here. Pop back up. If you want to give it a stab, give it a stab. Go short. Small position. If it bounces up to 120, then you got to add more up in the double top up in here. So, but yeah, I still have the short position in this one. So holding strong. I still think it's coming in. I still think the whole markets are coming in, guys. And this isn't that much of a high flyer. It could go up a little bit more, but see how it crawled up here and then it pulled back real nice, and then it's crawling back up into here again. I think the next leg down's coming soon, and it'll be the overall market. You remember iRobot? Oh yeah, we were short. We had a short position on Twitter. We actually covered it today. So, or half of it today. Did I cover the whole thing? Nope, we covered the whole thing. I was gonna say, did I hold half on here? No, because sometimes I'll do different stuffs on my Twitter site than what I do here. A lot of times I'll just close it out just to close it out because people want to hold because they think they're gonna get $1 million more. But we were short. We were short. Here's the Twitter trade right here. So we were short 60. We covered half. We added again, covered half, covered half. So right away we covered half, and then boom, it went up on us. We've been in this one for about a month, almost 2 months here. But we covered half, made money there. Boom, we did it again, covered half, covered the position. That's the trade on there. So that's a trade on the Twitter site. So that is done. If you wanted to hold half of the half, a quarter position, you could probably hold a little bit more in iRobot because but we're right back. We talked about this trend line. We talked about coming back up into here at an area around 63.43. That's the highest it got. And again, another high flyer. See how it's on the monthly chart, how it's extended from the 20 MA. Got to keep an eye on those guys. And then boom, got paid today. Not sticking around. There's some support. You get by the dippers coming in. You get just these. You had a gap fill right here, so that was a reason to do it. Then you almost got back to this trend line here, and I think on the weekly, was there an MA there? Yeah, the 20 MA. So you got to respect that too. Hasn't touched the 20 MA since 9/12 of 2016, so that will be some support as well. If that starts to crack, I'm telling you, with these high flyers, everyone laughs. Daily chart, 20 MA. I still think this could be a $45 stock. So if you wanted to hold a quarter position, hold a quarter. We're right into the 382 retrace. We start getting around $50, you want to pull it off. But for me, you know what? And people following me on stock or on Twitter or whatever, I'm pulling it just to protect my followers. That's the bottom line for me. Let's see here. Small short on let's see, SCO. Yeah, not bad. You got it. It might go a little higher, but no. I mean, it's pulling back. That's a monthly. So let's see on the daily. Oh yeah, let it go. Your first area. Well, you got some support here at double bottom, so you could stay up here. Let's see where this thing closes. If it does close below this pivot here, so let me draw a line in there, and then you have the 20 MA. It looks like it's below. As long as we crack that, then you have the gap fill right here. You got to respect your gap fill. Let's put a Fibonacci here. Let's just see where this thing could possibly go. If you got small position, good. If you make $500-600, man, out. Who cares? But if it cracks through there, gets through these couple gap fills, you're probably going to go into this area here around the $35 area. So hold tight, let this thing rip. But let's see if we can hold this area, go sideways, maybe a little retrace here, and then the next leg down. Or if this thing just starts to go, then you're looking at gap fill support, 382. So let's see what it does when it hits the first gap fill down in here. If it just crashes through that, then you're probably going to 35 bucks. So let it roll. Then you do have a gap fill down here around 33.76, and then this little pivot and then another gap fill. So far so good on this one. And it's coming off a high pivot. If this thing fails, this was a little bit of a bullish pattern. If this bullish pattern fails, yeah, you're going to go down. You might even come down into the $32 area. So far so good on that one. Let's see if it could bounce up, go sideways, and then the next leg down. If it just starts to fall, then you're looking, you're looking at the 50 MA around 35 bucks. Good trade on that one, Jeff. I like that. Well, long time no see. How are things going? Yeah, Kenyon, everything's going good, man. Just, I have if you follow me. I got the printing company. I have Valentine's Day printing, and it's for all my big grocery store clients, and that's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I've been still making videos and stuff. I missed the live sessions, but yeah, hopefully I can do one tomorrow too, unless it's some more work. I got some work coming in. I just don't know when it's coming in. It's either going to be today, tomorrow, or Monday, and then I'll be back to grinding again with that stuff. But but yeah, man, appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a long time. Feels good. But yeah, SEO, so far so good on the short. Hopefully you got in up around the $39 area. If you did get that area, start protecting it, because it's down almost 4% today. We're looking for 4% moves, 6% moves, 7. If we get 10, hey, even better. Because you're looking at, if you're doing $10,000 positions in every trade I'm giving out, you're making 400 here, 300 here, 400 there. And just keep doing it. Rinse and repeat, guys. You know how we work it here. LN, let's see. I don't even know what that one is. LN. Yeah, gosh, look at this beast. All right, let's find the reason why it stopped first. There's got to be something down here. Oh, no, look at that. Wow. Woo, this is ugly. Yeah, there's not enough on here to even do anything with. Holy cow. Other than, light volume name. Yeah, they must have had earnings or something here. Wow. If it breaks this area here, the 31.36, then you're probably going lower. This is a bearish pattern. You're below the MAs. Be careful. I see what you're trying to do if you're trying to bottom feed and try to pick off the bottom, but my gosh, this is another one, guys. Oh, whatever. It IPO'd, everyone got excited, and then they smashed them. Man, that's like the story here. I wouldn't do anything with this. I would wait for the market. If you have to get in this one, I'd wait for the markets to pull back, and then we get a bid again and starts moving up, because this one will probably go lower, but it's easily going to 30 and then possibly lower. For me, I can't do anything with this one. Twitter, same thing. Too much news going out. Did have a nice run up. It ran up here. And then, when we talked about this run up here, it's all on news. It's a news-driven stock at this point. If it's got bad news, it's going down. If it's got good news, it's going up. So if you want to play it that way, and we went to 24.70, I was telling, man, I wish I would have shorted this thing. I just didn't have the gonads to do it. And that was a great play here. This was all on news, guys. Came right into that 20, and I think got this little high pivot here. And then the next area would have been 26.21, never made it, right back down. Right now you're chopping around, and now you're back below the moving averages, so it's just weak. If this trend line cracks, you're going lower. And to try to short it, I don't know. It's one of those things. If it gets good news, it's going up. If it gets bad news, it's going down. And right now, I guess they had earnings, and they're really talking crap about it and how bad Twitter is and blah, blah, blah. But then tomorrow, Trump can tweet, and then Elon tweets, and, Twitter's great again, So just stay away. This is just gambling. If you have to do something in this one, just do small positions. That's it. And rig. Yeah, rig's pulling back here. Yeah, just that, again, with this oil thing, another news-driven stock, OPEC's doing this, OPEC's doing that. Oh my gosh, it's going to be great, and then it goes up, then we pull back. But right now on the weekly, if you look at rig, if you're long in this one, I mean, we're making lower highs. Nothing really wrong with it. You're back above the moving averages. This is the weekly chart, so it's a little bit bigger time frame. So you got this thing making lower highs, came back into the 20 MA. Let's put a fib right here. Let's see where it came back into. Almost the 5.0. I don't, had a pretty good bounce. It's really not telling me too much, other than you had a little bit of a bearish pattern starting to fade back in. So it's really up to the markets if it's going to be a market trade or not. Markets go up, this will probably go up. Markets go down, it's probably going down. Short term, though, on the daily, you are below the 20 and the 50. I'd expect probably come down here and fill the gap. That's what I'm looking at right here. Fill this gap here, fill the gap there. So if you're long in this one, be careful. You know, you got to get back above the MAs and start making a run for this high. If you're short in this one, excuse me, guys, you're looking for 11.52. Then you got this trend line down here around 10 bucks, even around the 11 bucks. Isn't bad for a long, but yeah, just kind of dribbling here the last couple days. Not looking good. And, you know, just light volume, can't catch a bid. Markets are moving up. This one kind of scares me a little bit. So, you know, probably just nothing to do if you're not in here. But if you're short, then, you know, you're looking for this area here. If you're long, then you need to get it back above the MAs and start shooting for this high again. My gosh, these markets just keep going. Unbelievable. All right, hi. What do you think about Tesla and X? We have we put on a position today. I covered half, so we put the position on up in here, covered half, and now we put it on again up in this area. It's a small position, but for a swing trade, you know, if you really want to be patient, maybe the 39.12 area, 40 area. Right now we're catching a bid, and I believe it's on news again, of course. But this area right here is not bad. You do have a lot of resistance up here. But if you could patiently, you know, maybe add a little bit here. If it goes up to the $39, $40 area, add it again, but be ready to cover it just in case if it rips up. If you're long on this one, maybe from down in this area, you know, you got a lot of resistance here. If you start shooting at the 39.40, you're going to have to think about taking profits here. So that's how I would play this one. But right now, nothing wrong. You're back above the moving averages. Weekly chart. See what we're doing on the weekly. Yeah, weekly had a nice bullish pattern here, and you know, starting to make a move again. A lot of resistance up in this area. If this does not, if this holds it down, I think we're going to go straight back down. So one or the other. If you're long, start tightening the stop. If you want to look the short, see if you can possibly get to 39.40. I took a small position here, more of a short-term trade. If I get 50 cents or so on it, I'm pulling it. I'll be done with it. That's what I'm doing with that. Tesla here. Tesla, I mean, we're back in a huge resistance up in here, in this area, and we talked about. I think we talked about this one earlier, but you know, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you would have just cost average this thing, you'd be at 20 bucks right now. So I don't know why, you know, every time it goes up in here, everyone thinks it's going to 300. Maybe this is the time, but I think they'll probably do a blow off top, reverse it, and bomb it. So earnings coming up on this one for me. Nothing really to do. I'll still do some intraday stuff, short-term stuff, but other than that, you know, if you're long from down to 180, you got to think about taking some profits up in this area. For me, at least. Even if it goes up, what's it going to go up? 20, 30 bucks? You've seen the earnings reports lately on these big, you know, the Amazons, the Googles, the Apples. Not that this is you know, tech or anything like that or any of those big names, but if it's running up in the earnings, it's most likely going to have a blow-off top and come right back in. That's what I'm thinking. We'll see what happens on the 22nd, I think it is. But you know, a couple, 2 weeks or a week and a half or whatever. So for me, if it goes up, I'm writing some calls up in here. That's what I'm going to do with that one. Let's see here. Don't short shit. yeah, I know. I'm adding shorts across the board, man. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing it for months, and every time they come in, I'm going to keep taking them off. You know, and there's really nothing to do. I'll still scalp trade during the day. I'll still take positions on stuff like that. I'll take some losses. I'll take some wins. But for me, for my swings, as these things are going up, I'm just going to keep adding and then wait for it to come down. Monthly chart on Tesla. Let's look at this one real quick. Yeah, monthly chart on Tesla too. Getting stretched, getting away from this 20 MA. You've been in this band right here, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So let's see if that sticks with it. If it can't get above these areas here, then I'm suspecting it's going to go down. You have 3 months straight up too, which is kind of suspect as well. TDG, really slow. It has a shorts, last one, Johnny Rocket, man. Thanks for your time. Sorry. Hey, no problem, Joe. Gosh, TDG had a nice reversal on the monthly. You could probably see higher prices with this one, but we are in this big red breakdown candle. If we could get to here, 262, let me put that in there. Actually, these high pivots here, and then this high pivot there, I would like the short from there at that point on. You had a hell of a run here. I don't know if it's going on news, and then you still have some gap fills and stuff up here, but you know what? Let me see something here. Yeah, 618's coming up too. Gosh, if you get to the 260 area, I mean, you're in the 250 big even number. The market's really got to come in for these trades, guys. These are really tough trades. But, I mean, not a bad area, but expect this thing could possibly go to 275. You know, so if you went, you know, we're going to do 100 shares, maybe do 30 here, 30 there, and then maybe 40 up in here, and then just ride it out. You know, I would play it something like that. Monthly chart, let's see at the monthly. Yeah, monthly, so we're back above the 20 MA. But see that one? This would have been the time to short it right here. Damn. See how it pulled back? And then boom, we're going right back up. But we are coming into the 618. This one I would like to see higher prices, but like I said, if you had to do it, just go small, 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 and just be willing to add. Hasbro, we did have a short on this one that we initiated, I believe, on Twitter. Let's see here. we did a THO trade. Here's the Twitter deal again. So we did well, iRobot. We covered. We added Panera swing short. We added a THO swing short. We already did this one though. We already covered it for cash. We stayed out of it. On earnings it popped, and like we said, we're going to add more. DPZ, we added more at 183. I don't even know where that beast is now. I might add more to this one. 187. So maybe not. We added more at 173, 183. But again, we did this one here. If you look, we shorted 163, adding more, adding more, adding more. Coming in, average price short. Then we covered half for 10. Then we added more, covered it again. Then we added. Now we're doing it again. So you know, and then if it goes up to maybe 190, we'll do it again and play through earnings. So we showed this one earlier. We covered half. You know, added, covered half. We just keep doing it. You know, if we make 4 or 5% on each one, that's it. 3%, 4%, done. I'm out. I'll add it again. No big deal. Let's see here. Hasbro 94.14, slow and steady. I'm trying to wait for $100 on this one. I don't know if it's going to make it there. It's at 97.60. You know what? I'm going to add adding more short HAS at 97.65 is where the bid is. So if you are short this one, let's go ahead and add that 97.65, and then the next area will be 100. You know, because this is another one. So, you know, I'm trying to keep up with all this crap, guys. I'm only one person. So, but yeah, Hasbro shorts last time. Yeah. So, I mean, you're back into this pivot here, which I like that. Okay. So that's your high point. You know, you have some tails. Some people are fighting it, but with these markets moving up, it's hard to fight. $100 will probably be the area, but you know, a lot of people are waiting for that area technically. So will we ever make it? Maybe. You know, that it's been if everyone's waiting for 100, it's not going to make it. You know, maybe it pierces, but you know, if you're not short yet, this is a great entry point. Then 100 would be the next area too. So just be sure you have enough left in the tank to add more. Because after a move like this, you're going to expect some downside here. Monthly chart, same thing. You're starting to get stretched from the monthly here as well. I do like that as well. See how it got stretched, came right back in. See how it got stretched, came right back in. And what do you think? Excuse me, this is right here. It's a little bit stretched, so you got to keep an eye on that too. If you're not short Hasbro, short it. Let's see here. Yes, market's running long. However, always short play somewhere. Yeah, you know, and I'll go long one day. I don't care. I went long on iRobot today. When they were smashing it, I pulled it up. And it's like, all right, hold on. I'm going to cover this. I'm going to take that off. But then it started filling this gap here. It filled the gap here. And then it hit the even number of 53. And then if you go to StockTwits, and if you look at my, you know, I posted on there, not the exact position that I'm getting in because I got to hit the position, type it, get out of it, type it. But I'm trying to post stuff as closely as I can as I'm taking these trades, you know, in the same time frame. sometimes it's going to be a little bit off. But I mean, I went long at iRobot at 52.28. The low of the day was 52.25. We called that at 7:40 a.m. on the day. So at 7:40, if you look right here, pop was at 7:40. The low of the day was right here at 7:20, 7:26. Yeah, so I got 7:25. So at the low of the day there, pretty much the low of the day. I clicked it off there. If you're not in, and boom, we got that. And then I was out. I sold half at 53.38. And I covered the last half. Gosh, did I post it? Sold half at 52.75. Sold the last half at 53.38. So, in there, again, I don't care. I saw an opportunity there. Then you had the 52 even number. So even if it did pull back, you had 52 as an even number to hopefully add more. So that's why I was like, you know what? A gap fill, came right back in. I got to take this. I got to give it a shot. Boom. Look at that. Look at that 20-minute bounce. And even went over this, of course I covered it or I sold it. And then, of course, it kept running. But, I'm in it for $1. You take 1,000 shares in and out, boom, done. Or something, maybe 500 shares if you're not willing to, put a bigger risk on just in case. But here I was willing to do 1,000 and then another 1,000 if it pierced the 52 area and then hold on for dear life because it's earnings, of course. But as soon as it was moving up, I was like, see you later. Done. I'm not waiting around for that one. So ZGNX. ZGNX. I'm behind right now, guys. I'm just babbling along here. I don't even know what this thing is. Let's go to the monthly. Monthly, yeah, it's just a low flyer. I mean, you're holding this double bottom here. If it breaks the 768 area, you're probably going lower. Gosh, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's been chopping around underneath these moving averages. I mean, this is one that's probably going to move on news. I would think, which it looks like maybe earnings or something. But if you didn't, if you got it from 772, you're almost at $10. I mean, that's almost, let's say a 20% move or so. Gosh, end of the road for this one. I don't know if earnings are coming up. I don't know what these guys do, if it's news driven or not. This is a pretty good area, the $10 area. So if you're long this one, since, these lows here, you probably want to chisel something off here unless some news is coming out where it could possibly push it higher. But this is your first area of resistance, and then you're probably coming up into here to 618. And of course, around $13, but not bad. You're getting a dead cat bounce from an oversold condition. But first step was the 20 MA, second step 200 MA, third step 50 MA. If it can't get above these, this is probably going to click and go right back down. Again, markets stay buoyant. These could probably float. If the markets start to sell, everything's going lower. So if you're looking at that one here, not bad. If you're long, just protect it. You need to get above this green line, the 382 and the 200 moving average for this thing to continue. Apparently there's some volume coming in, so it's possibly something going on. But if you're short, if you're short, they could squeeze it out over this oversold condition. So be aware that that could possibly happen. All right, guys, my X position's coming in a little bit. I did add more. If it gets down to the 36, 50 area, I'm going to be out. So just to let you know, I'll take that little bit of cash. Actually, it's a not a huge position, but hey, I'm not going to go 10,000 shares on this, but I will do a couple thousand, and cover half, go in with another 1,000, go half, and just keep rinsing and repeating. Twilio's only up $1.86 now. What else? Where's Facebook at? I just want to see where's Facebook 34. Yeah, what else? iRobot's still getting killed. Nvidia's down. They got earnings. MLM, they had earnings. That one finally started to come in. We're short that one. The SCO, the oil play was going really good, and now all of a sudden, oil's fixed again. And Panera's still fading. Cool. Keep going, baby. So got a little bit of a bid. They must be listening to this. So yeah, the ZGNX, just be careful with that one if you're long. Was about to ask that one. Okay, yeah, Pete. Yeah, I mean, it's coming off the low. Let's go back to it. Where is it? It's coming off the low. Just be careful. You need to get above these areas. You know what? Let's look in the weekly real quick just to see. All right, X is coming in, 36.77. Yeah, even the weekly, you got the 50 MA in this one here. If it starts getting around the $10 area, think about taking it, at least protect it, So you're great resistance or support down here. Check this out too. Looking at the weekly, I guess as long as you're holding this area here, making lower highs, this could go up. But, big resistance up here. If it gets above these areas, then it could maybe make a run for this, up into here, $11, $12 area. $13 area right in this. So just be careful. It needs to get above these things, but the market stay buoyant. This could probably run a little bit more. All right, so let's see here. Why is SPY so high today? It is crazy. I don't, 36 million on the SPY, guys. It's just light volume. That's all it is. Light volume, no participation, and it's just floating. That's what these markets do. And it's just think of it this way. If you're if you're a big institution, if you don't have to do anything and the markets go up, great. Right now, I think it's a lot of small retail traders in there. I think a lot of shorts are just giving up and possibly going long. But with 36 million, guys, there's nobody in these markets that's really worthwhile. It's a small retail trader trying to trade these markets. And then you got the ES mini guys, they come in and try to, trade the SPY. And just think if you went short today out of the gate, like every other day, it opened up and goes straight down. Today, voila, straight up. So they're taking the ES mini future traders or the mini traders. They're cleaning their clock every day. There's this up and down action. How do you do it? All right, X is coming in, 36.70 now, guys. But how do you do this up and down? This is classic distribution, guys. You get a gap up and then it sells. You get a gap up and then it sells. You get, then all of a sudden it doesn't do it. Then you get the gap down, you get a gap up, sells. This one, there must not be any sellers in it today. But this is just squeezing people up and getting people out of this thing. And then, we are above that 230.24 area. So let's see if we stay above it. We still have 2 hours and 15 minutes left in the markets, and we'll see what happens there. All right, guys, X, a little bit more. We're going to pull hopefully around, let's pull it up here. So we did add more on X on the short. As it came back up into this area, you do have a nice topping tail, and that's why we added more. So 36. All right, guys, I got to get ready. Here's my life, guys. All right, let's find the trade that I did on X. So everybody knows. All right, let me get my order going. So what I do, covered half X. Get everything ready. So if it does come in, I could just hit the go button. All right, let's see if we could get another. Let's see if we can come back down here to 36.45. We do have 3-4 minutes left of this candle here. Let's see if we can pull back here. Let's go to the 60-minute real quick. Let's put these both charts. We're looking at this when we're doing intraday scalping, guys. So we have the 10-minute over here, and we have the 60-minute on this side. What I'll do too as well, I'm going to take the low of the day and go to the high. I'm going to stick a fib in here too. See where we stop when we pull back, the 250 retrace. Let's see if we could get back down to the 36, maybe 50 area. We'll see. I mean, they're going to fight this this 20 MA here, especially if the markets pull up. That's going to be some support here. You have a little bit of chopping around here, but you do have a little bit of a topping tail here, and that's how I'm playing this one here. That's why when we came back here, never closed above it, came right back in. So let's see what's going on with that. I'm going to keep my covered half of my. I mean, I guess if it goes longer, maybe I will take the 50 cents and just get the hell out. So Twitter, let's go back to this one. All right, hold on here. Gertz SPY railing on Trump's tax. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Trump's tax plans. It's all news-driven crap, guys. Like they all think it's got to help. I mean, lowering corporate tax and such. Think some details came out in the AM. Yeah, no problem. Super ice beat. Is it super ice beat? So, thanks, John. Thanks, John, for the trip back to reality. Yeah, all right. Wow, I'm caught up. 55, should I get out? I'm in SEO 33.55. No, man, stick with it. Yeah, SEO, the oil? No, I've been in it. My average, I think, was 67.78. So I'm right in. I'm right around. I'm right there too, man. So no, hell no. Go oil. Oil is all another news-driven turd. Up and down, up and down, up and down. But guys, if you haven't been following me, if you're new to this, and if you're not, you know what I'm going to show you right here, monthly chart. Monthly chart, guys. What goes up must come down. This is your .com, lowering the rates. This is your housing, lowering the rates, keeping everything going. And this is the bond buying, the QE 1, 2, 3, and we're going up forever. It's time, guys. We're almost there. We can't get above this 230.24. I mean, we still have this upper trend line up in here around the 233 or so. But my gosh, this is This is the point where they get everybody on board, guys, just like they did here. When old Bernanke was, oh, the housing price, punch up Bernanke, 2007 and 8, housing crisis on YouTube. And he's telling everybody on Capitol Hill, oh, we got this one down. There's nothing to worry about. House prices will not go any lower from here. So we all know what happened there. Look, double bottom, caught that, and then boom, right back up. And now, I don't know. I own a business. I mean, business has been really good, but geez, you can't tell me that this is all Fed driven, guys. Trillions. When they were doing POMO every day for years at 10:15, permanent open market operations, at 10:15 every day for years, they would dump $1 billion in the markets. $1 billion. Okay, that doesn't sound like a lot, but now give it 100-to-1 leverage. So at the end of the day, what did they dump in here? $100 trillion to pump this turd up? And then, hopes and dreams and everything's good and the Obama legacy. And, this is all the Fed driven. That's why do you think we want to audit the Fed? This is a bunch of lies. Every time they dump that $500 million into the markets, it's like, oh, great. Just like if I was a prop trader, they're going to give me 25-to-1 leverage. If I have $100,000, they're going to give me 2.5 million in leverage. So if these guys are getting $1 billion, the least they're getting is 25 billion in leverage. We're in fantasy land, guys. So just be careful with these markets. And I show, what goes up comes down, and it just like here. Remember the .com? Oh man, it's never gonna end. Party time, and oh shoot, and then that's when everybody went all in. I'm going all in. This is it. And then boom, and then this one. Oh my gosh, I'm going to buy 10 houses and flip them. But Bernanke said that's never going down. And then boom, 20 houses for sale on foreclosures. So just don't believe the crap, guys. And look at this. I mean, I never in a million years, but that's the power of the Fed, and that's what they're doing, guys. This is all an experiment. That's all I can say. So anyways, Baba catching a bid now. Let's see here. Hey, Joe, no problem, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys coming and watching too, as I'm in my soapbox here. So, Baba going up again. Yeah, everything's going up. I mean, why wouldn't it? The market's up 136 on the Dow, 13 on the S&P, and 34 on the NASDAQ. Why wouldn't these things be going up? I can't believe Facebook's not getting a bid. I mean, it's at 21 cents down now. iRobots, that's the earnings. It's getting smoked on earnings. MLM down. Netflix down, Nvidia down because of earnings. Netflix, that just keeps going up. Oil's down, Toll Brothers is down a little bit, Panera, Spaden still. I mean, there's still some red in there. But yeah, I mean, right now we're getting in a bid. We're coming right back to double top here. So let's see. That's why everyone says, oh, it's breaking out, it's breaking out. Yeah, well, it needs to get over 104.58 right here. And then this area here, 104 even number. Then maybe. But you would think on 137 up day and everything's better, this thing should be tearing heads off right now. And it isn't. So you got to be careful with that. What else? Exxon's up a little bit. Apple's up a little bit. JPM up $1. The IWM's ripping up again. The Qs, though, Qs are going up all right. But then you got the Amazons, the Googles, just, oh my gosh, hurry up. What one I want to look at? So Baba, yeah, it's catching a bid. Needs to get over this area, then possibly higher prices. But this was a slightly bearish pattern and it failed. So you gotta look at that. Let's see if we can get above the 104. If it doesn't do it today, or let's say the 104.53 area. And I think there was something else here. Let's see. Yeah, no. Well, the 750 retrace as well at the 104. So you have a big area up here. But again, you know what? We went from 85 right to 104, just like this move. We flew up there, nice pullback, nice retrace to the 750. Now it does a pullback again. So you got to keep an eye on that as well. These patterns, ABC patterns, let's see if we go ABC 1, 2, 3 and down to the basement. Something like that. Skyworks. Yeah, Skyworks, that thing's just holding like a dingleberry. It's Skyworks. It's great. So, this would have been a time to write calls, and that would have been a great play. Again, you're in an inside bar, retracing back up. If you're short, You know, we did initiate a short trade on this one. I don't know the exact price on it, but if you're not short this one, you know, just be careful. It is consolidating, possibly going higher. You know, markets are ripping. These stocks should be ripping right now. Again, 98 bucks, maybe you still have a pivot here around the $95 area. But right now, you know, if you wanted to short this thing, you can. But if you wanted to be patient and wait for the 98, 100, you can do that as well. Markets are pretty, you know, just grinding away, guys. So let them go higher if they have to. But you know, we initiated a position on this one. We are willing to add. You know, it hasn't really done anything, so you know, we'll wait and see. If it gets to 95, I'll probably add a little bit more and go from there. So, you know, a little bit at a time, guys. No puts in these markets. Try to do shares. Spreads are even a little bit tough. If you're playing, you know, play depreciation on the options. That's what you're trying to write calls or write puts and play the depreciation. Or I think a diagonal, we'll play that too, I believe. Not a vertical, a diagonal spread. So you got to watch for that too. All right, so that's Skyworks there. But yeah, looking through these, Domino's is up. Let's go through some other ones. What else is going on here? Facebook, gold is down. The GWPH, gosh, this one's looking ripe again, guys. Oh, look at this. Oh, hold on a second. You know, we did short this one. We took the money and ran. I want to see if this thing's So it's trying here to get above. Let's see, is it wow, look at this, guys. Interesting. This is a marijuana one, though, you know. So, hey, with some news or something, this could skyrocket and go straight up into this area up in here. We did short. I believe we shorted it here at the 134 and straight back down. That was great. That was like boom, boom, in and out. This isn't bad. I can't just take a low pivot, see where it went into. Let's take it from there. 7.5. Wow, this isn't bad either. VXX long. You could take a stab at that one, Ruben, but you know that's like an option. If the markets sit here for another month, the VXX will go lower. But if you want to do a small position on that one, if it doesn't work out within a week or so, then you just have to exit. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind that one. You know, where is it now? Is it just getting the beat down still? Yeah, look at that. Jeez. Didn't it reverse too or something, split, and then right back down? Yeah, I mean, all he had to do was short the VXX for months, and all it does is go straight down. Not bad, though. I mean, bottom line, you got to get back above the moving averages, but, you know, if you really want to, I mean, look how this thing comes down, though. Markets just sat and did nothing. It went straight up today, and this thing's straight down. It depreciates like an option. It's terrible. Hate this thing. I tried playing this one years ago, and I just learned that, oh my gosh, if the markets just sit, it just goes straight down. I mean, look at this thing. Back in July, it was 70 bucks. All you had to do was short the VXX. That's it. Boom, straight up. And then I think it even split, reverse split, and it's still going down. It's pretty incredible. But when this thing does take off, boys and girls, it's going to be right back to 70 bucks again. So if you want to, you know, take a shot at that one, no problem. But just beware, the markets stay buoyant. It's going to go straight down to 15 probably. So just be careful with these, you know, just be careful with these markets. It's pretty flipping nuts. So that's what I'm looking at. So that one's down. I'm just looking at some more. So basically what I would do now, you know, just looking, so I'll go through, I'll start looking at monthly charts again. And then just going through stocks basically then. Got to keep an eye on my X position. So let's open this one out. What's that, Acacia? This one, God, people still trying to get into this one. It's incredible. All right, let's go daily. Thoughts on CL or USO? Yeah, USO. We talked about that one earlier. Yeah, if anybody has anything you want me to look at, punch it in there. We only have a couple people in here today, so have a little more time to be, you know, looking at stuff here. Yeah, USO right back into the moving averages again, just chopping around in this time frame. We are down sideways. I'd expect lower prices in this one, but on the weekly chart too, we have great support coming up. So really, just chopping around, waiting on news again, guys. And you know, 20 and the 50 MA holding this up. We are back above this trend line, so nothing really wrong. But again, I don't think we can handle higher oil prices in America or anywhere around the world. That's what I'm kind of playing on too. Because gosh, if these go up, that's going to ruin their plan. that that's the Federal Reserve's plan. If oil goes shooting up, there's just no way. People are going to be like, no way. I'm not paying $3 a gallon. And if I have to, I'm not going to go spend money anymore. So that's how I'm looking at this one. But chart wise, we down a little bit sideways, a little bit bearish, but more on the bullish side. We're still above the MA, so nothing wrong. I do have a short position in the USO. It's only a quarter position, so it's not that big. But I have a bigger position in the SCO, which is long, which is the inverse to oil. So if oil goes down, the SCO goes up. So I do have a smaller position in there, pretty much at break even right now. So whatever, actually, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's going down a little bit today. I love this action yesterday, but right back below. So gosh, they just making it go up and down. Whatever they want to do, guys. Big boys are in control. So actually, they're not. They're in control by not doing anything. And then the stocks they need to manipulate, that's the ones they're working on. So Netties came down again. God, I was watching this. This is another one, just out of the blue, straight up, almost in the double top. If you're not short Netties, you could probably take a short position. I just don't know when earnings are, so just be careful with that one. Man, this is just incredible. Things are just going up and up. Nvidia's down, Panera's down. Any other ones? Twitter, yeah, Twitter just getting beat up too. Twitter's going to that lower trend line, so watch out for that. But other than that, everything's pretty much green. At least in some stuff I watch. Do I have any other? Then what else here? Yeah, so what I'll do now, I'll just go through looking through stocks, trying to find some high flyers basically, and then looking to add more shorts. IBB's coming up again. The blue. Yeah, Trump's fixing that one too. Charter too. Look at this one. This one's been a beast. Look at that, nice up, down. This is sideways action. This one could possibly be setting up going down. CMG ripping again. Gosh, that's just crazy, guys. Breaking out or down. CENX. CENX. Oh man, I mean, yeah, let's see. Let's look at the weekly. UNG. I'll look at that in a minute. Oh man. Let's remove that. Let's see if we can look through here. Where are we at? So we're almost in the 50% retrace. If you look at the lows, we did make a higher low. So it is holding that ground there. Oh gosh. I mean, it could be. There's really not too much. Let's see on the weekly just to see. Yeah, not too much. You had 3 bars up, kind of into this, well, actually, yeah, gap fill right there. So let's see if this thing can consolidate to possibly move higher. The markets need to move up higher for this thing to continue. That's the bottom line. If the markets move up higher, this will probably go up. But you do have some good resistance around the 17-15 area. Then you're going to, $20 and so on and so forth. But, if this was a $2 stock back in, last year, 2016, now it's $16 stock. That's a hell of a move, guys, to not be taking some profits off the table. For me, at least. I would have been out a long time ago. But whatever this was, earnings or Trump or whatever, CNN, I think they're cement. Yeah, this was the wall. So are they the ones that are going to be building the wall? I don't know. But apparently a lot of people think so. So again, daily, nothing wrong. Slightly bullish above the MAs, a little bit stretched. I would like another pullback and then possible more up. I couldn't be a buyer up here, to be honest with you. But I think this thing could just chop around, and wait for more news to see if it can move up. So right now, again, it's a news-driven stock, but it did have a nice pullback here and then a nice launch. So if you're in from 819 to 16, I mean, 100% move in a couple of weeks, I'd be taking profits, guys. Yeah, natural gas. Yeah, breaking out. Yeah, hard to say, Raj. I think you're right in the middle of it. I think, I think right here would have been the spot to break out, but then you got the news. So watch for volume, see how volume's disappearing again. All the interest is getting low. So that's when all of a sudden, the smart money's already out. They're not going to stick around from 8 to 16. They're already done. So then there's no buyers, and then it slowly goes. The market sell, then this will come in as well. So just got to be careful with that one. UNG. UNG, yeah, same thing, just kind of chopping around. We did have this trend line in here. Let's see. So that was the one trend line. So that one, it came through that one, but now let's stick it down here. So we're still making low, we're still making lower highs here. So nothing wrong with natural gas here, but it is a little bit weak. We are above, back below the 50 MA. It's trying to make a run for it. This is the weekly though, so bigger time frame. But nothing wrong as long as we're making. If it breaks the trend line, then we're probably going lower. Maybe fill the gap down in here around the $7 area. But right now, not bad. But again, just choppy action, down, up, down, up. We're back down to the lows here, so I wouldn't rule it out. It goes up. Daily chart, same thing. You're below the MAs, but kind of chopping around. You did hold this. Never filled the gap, kind of like the USO, but we did come into the window here. Got below it, then pop right back above it. If you're bullish on it, you need to get back above the MAs and then make a run for it. If you're bearish, you need to just keep staying below the MAs here, going sideways, and I think we have the next leg down. But looking at the weekly chart, you go right back into this trend line here, right on the 730. If that doesn't hold, then you're looking for lower prices. If this does hold, probably come back right into the upper channel here, right around the $9, $10 area, and then you take a look and see what happens there. So, all right, guys, Nvidia, yeah, Nvidia, hard to say with earnings. I think like the rest of them, they're all running up into earnings. It's pretty incredible. Every one of the high flyers ran up into earnings. This one was starting to pull back real nice, and boom, never. Unbelievable. People, it's got to be shorts covering possibly. Buying into earnings, I don't know. Thinking it's going to go to 150. I mean, maybe. Hard to say. But yeah, this is the way I'm playing this one on the monthly. All right, guys. If you're in the X trade with me, we're at 36.59. Let's see if we could get a little bit lower prices here. But on Nvidia, this is where we're playing. This. I mean, remember, this was at $40. This is at 53. So this keeps curling up. Again, though, I think we're going to come right back down 72, 60 area. And then chop around and you get by the dippers. But people, this is the stock of the year, guys. Everybody wants to be in this one, especially in earnings, which I don't get that. But for all I know, it goes to 150 today on earnings. We'll see. ESPR. ESPR breaking down. Nah, it's breaking up. Is that the right ESPR? One more, yes. Is that what do you well, that's a daily. Let's see here. There's some pivots there. Something's going on. I mean, maybe earnings on this one. This is the weekly, so something's going on with this one. So, it had some nice, it got through some, you'd have to wait until Friday, till tomorrow. See if this thing closes above here and keeps going. But yeah, I mean, this thing could be breaking out, possibly. Is that the right one? You do have some areas here, but it's got to hold. But that's interesting here. Let's look at the 60-minute. Yeah, I mean, we got the. Let's see. So we got back to double tops, pulling back. We are below here. We are holding the fit. I mean, it's a little bit stretched. I mean, maybe you got the 20 even number, for some resistance. It did pop the 2051, which was go back to the daily chart. Daily chart, wow, went from 11 to 20, doubled. I'm just looking at the daily. Is that a gap? Yeah, look at that gap fill right there. Gap fill and double top right there on the daily. So maybe you got to wait for pattern here. I mean, this thing could pull back. I know what you want to do there with doing a spread, maybe around $21 or so. But this thing could sit here for a week. If the markets do nothing, this will sit here and do nothing. This one would be more of a, write a call or something like that, or play a diagonal where it's playing premium. But yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days up into into the $20 even number in the high pivot. It could pull back, but hard to say. On the intraday chart, it looks like it's starting to pull back a little bit. But again, we still have 2 hours left in the market. We'll see where this thing closes. So it looks like X caught a little bit of a bid. It's trying though. It's probably going to go up in my face. Why wouldn't it? Trying to get that extra little bit, and the markets are going up again. Jeez, 139 up on the Dow. This is incredible action, guys. Incredible. Just or non-action, I should say. Just like, holy cow, what is going on here? Let's see. Let's look at Win. Win's been one that's been, yeah, came up here. That would have, man, at 105 was the area, and look at that, pulled back, and now we're just chopping around, setting up for lower prices. Let's see here. What else were we looking at? Whole Food Market. I thought they did. I thought they missed their numbers. I don't know, but they're going up again. Apparently, maybe they're doing a stock buyback, probably. What else here? Twitter's down 220. Is that going down? Gosh, look at that. It's getting closer, guys. Let's see how it reacts here. See if it goes down or goes up, or see if this holds it on Twitter. So if you're short Twitter, you might want to take, from maybe up in here or up in there, right here. If it doesn't hold, it's probably going to go lower. But if this holds, this could be your bounce area right here with these pivots. So be careful with that one. TLT was trying. Nice run, though. Finally, we were talking about this one here. As long as it gets above the MAs and starts to run, and which it did, and here we are right here in the 122 area. It did come to this high pivot and right back down, but yeah, this was nice bearish consolidation too. But once it started going for the MAs, that's what it looked to do. But it's just like a false breakout and right back down. We're going to see, but again, not bad. It's starting to get up there. But looking at the overall TLT, you'd expect something after. You're holding these areas, you're holding these lower pivots. You're trying to get back above the 50 MA on the monthly. So this is a big area for these charts, and you got this trend line coming from down in here too. So you got a big area where this thing can pop up, but doesn't mean it will. Got to see where this is going, because on the monthly we're starting to set up sideways, and even on the weekly here. Weekly, we're just kind of chopping around sideways too, where it made that move, came back in, made another move. We're back above the 200, but we'll see where we close tomorrow. Tomorrow's closing price on some of these stocks are going to be really important to me, at least. So you got to look at that. All right. Anybody else with any other stuff? You may have to print. SPY reads 231 tomorrow. Yeah, it's. Let's see. Where are we here? We're at 230.77. Wow. It's just grinding. I mean, overall on the SPY, guys, print new banner. Yeah, right. Exactly. So SPY, here we are grinding some more, guys. We talked about in the videos the last week or so, needs to get above this 230.24 area, then possibly higher prices. Goes up. This is slightly bullish, guys, on an intraday basis, and no volume. I mean, we're at 38 million on the day. Gosh. And even on the 60-minute, slightly bullish. So, and then just keeps grinding. And this was slightly bullish pattern here. I'd like to see more days on this, but what are you gonna do? It's just gonna keep going, I guess. I don't know. So, and that's why, like days like today, guys, I'll just go golfing and stuff like that. So, why is this volume crap in the markets right now? It is frustrating, Brian. It's just no participation. And now we're above, Dow 20,000. We're at Dow 20,000, almost 200. Oh my God, are they? I don't have CNBC. They got to be cheerleading now. And you got to think, brokers are calling all their clients. You got to get in. You're missing the rally. Oh my gosh, I've been telling you for years. And then this is where a lot of the last people get in. They're the last ones to the party. And I show you guys the SPY chart, and everyone thinks it's just going to keep going. I guess it could, because it all is, Fed driven at this point. But here it is, man. .com, housing, and yeah, I mean, it's so good out there. I know friends that have been working in the printing industry for 20 years, and they're still making $20 an hour. They went to actually 25, I guess, in the heyday back in 2007, and now they're getting cut again. All the blue collar workers are getting slammed. They're not getting raises. How is everything so good? Everybody I know, I'm from Illinois, and everyone I know who's a blue collar worker, they haven't had raises in years. The only thing they've had were higher premiums in their health care. Food prices go up. Gas is the only thing saving their butts right now. And if that goes up, it's not going to be good. They said the wages, every month with the jobs report, well, the wages are pretty much stagnant. They've been stagnant for 20 years. It's incredible. And now it's just no volume, no participation. And what are the markets? I mean, look what's going on here. As the months are going by, it's going lower. And this month, we're only the first week and a half into it. What are we going to be? On the SPY, it's going to be less. So You know, I I'm speechless, guys. And I'm never speechless. But yeah, this run here, oh my gosh, we should have had a pullback and then up, but they can't. This is their plan. This is the there's no return here. Just keep it going until it doesn't go anymore. Should have drop it to yeah, exactly. You know, again, the light volume came in and they're just like, oh, it's great. Oh, jobs report, holy cow. And then Janet Yellen and Bernanke, same crap. When the unemployment hits 6.5, we're gonna do something. They never did anything. When the unemployment hits 5.5, we're gonna do something. Waiting on data. When the unemployment hits 4.5, we're gonna do something. Waiting on data. It's almost like they're taking turns and they're waiting to see who collapses first. Does anybody know if there's any big news coming out in Europe in the next couple of weeks, like with bailouts, with Greece? You know, it feels like something's coming up or some big news events coming up, and I'm trying to figure out what that could be possibly. You know, with the bailouts, with the Greece crap, France election, maybe you know, the Brexit news possibly. It just feels like the markets are waiting on some big news event or something to possibly happen. Just kind of like when 2015 happened, when we got that flash crash. We had the same shit. Markets went up and it just sat and sat and sat and sat and sat and sat, and everyone was like, you know, and I was telling everybody, you know, get short, get short, get short, get short, get short. If you're not short, you know, get short. Here was the crash here. But look what these markets did. Up, down, 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 then boom. Then they went straight back up because that's the artificial inflation by the Fed. Oh my gosh, we can't have it go down. And then it comes back. But you know, and I've showed this chart before. Look at this. I mean, that was an epic short, and you shorted again right there. How couldn't you short that right there? Goes down, comes in, goes down, shorted again, boom. And now we're really making a run, but now we're in this channel. You know, do we go up to this channel? That's what I was saying. Do we go up to this channel again? Then we come back down? Maybe. We'll see. But, you know, so far, so good. Holding strong. Remember this? If the Brexit happens, it's going to be terrible. And then straight up. If Trump gets in, it's going to be terrible. See how the media turns you know how many people went short here and here? Holy crap. I'm just doing it. If Trump wins, these markets are tanking. I'm just going to give it a shot. Yeah. They squeezed their head off. And some guy posted on StockTwits today that this is the lowest short interest in the market since 2015, since the flash crash. And same thing with this. You know, they look how many months this did. Look, it went up, and then from you know February all the way till uh, well, end of July, and then you go into August, you know, and then boom, you know, you go 7 months of doing nothing. Look what we do. We go in 3, 4 months of nothing, pops up, couple months of nothing, and then boom, they drop it in your face. And then you just sit there and well, it goes up every other time. And this one time it's not going to. But again, you know what? We talked about the 230 area. We're getting above it. Let's see if we can continue, you know, with some follow through. I'd like to see more volume than this, you know, than what we've had. But you know, ultimately though, guys, you know, this is slightly bullish. As long as we're above this trend line here, nothing wrong, guys. We have a gap fill down here. We have some couple gaps to fill down in here. But man, you know, this keeps going up. Even some of the printers that I work with, I broker with, they're buying more. They're buying bigger printers. They're buying all this stuff. Oh my gosh, business is great. I got stuck in there at 2007, guys. I bought my first big printer in 2007 because everything, you know, because I was brokering stuff out. Now I had a bunch of work, and oh my gosh, this is great. So I added $1,000 payment to my bills every month, and the whole market bombed. And pretty much all my clients closed their doors. A lot of them were real estate clients. A lot of them were ad agencies that worked with properties and stuff. And it was like one day, I'm just getting calls. Did you get paid from those last 3 jobs? Yeah, I'm paid. Why? What's up? You got some more work? No, we're closing our doors. Huh? So not that it's going to be this bad this time, but I just, as a business owner, and I've been through this crap, the lows and the highs, I think we're just channeling here. Once we get back maybe to this top here, we're going to see how it reacts. If it can't get through it, we're probably going to go right back down. There's got to be a news event or something coming up. Most bullish sentiment in the lowest short interest rate. Yeah, exactly, Brian. And then you know something's coming because all the big boys are just sitting there and let everybody get in. keep piling in. And then they had to keep Dow 20,000 in the works, through Super Bowl and through the new year, and through at least a couple months to get at, so all their brokers can make calls, because they want more money. The brokers, the more money they have under management, the more money they make every year. They don't care if it goes up or down. They don't care if they lose money, people's money. But at the same time, as long as they get their 2% every year, on their $14 billion in assets management, they don't care which way these markets go. Nobody does. But that's the way I'm looking at it. What events coming up where they could possibly do something with this? Because every other event, they're all, oh no, it's fine. Oh, Greece is falling apart. Who cares? They'll bail them out. Oh, Portugal's falling apart. Who cares? Bail them out. Italy's banks are closing down. Oh, no, don't worry about it. But we'll get to those when we can. Just crap like that, where they're just like, oh no, all our leaders like, oh no, don't worry. We're just going to keep printing money and just keep going up. Yeah, I know you short at 131 on the IWM, and it's at what, 138, 136. It's like, really? Yeah, the IWM, that's another one. Oh yeah, just gonna keep going. He's gonna make small business great again. But you know what? Again, it's not bad pattern up here. For me, I can't buy that bullish pattern. I just can't. We're just channeling up, because next thing you know, boom, we're down $3 on the IWM and it's tanking. So it's just, it's just crap. It's just more manipulation. Someone needed higher prices for their freaking options that expire tomorrow, and this is what these guys do. And if you don't think they are, then that's fine with me. But my gosh, it's pretty nuts. Bounce back, looking bullish. Look at Goldman Sachs starting to come in. Not that, it came right into these higher prices. You got a little tail right here. Couldn't make it through it, but pulls back for 2 days, boom, right in everyone's face, and all of a sudden it pulls back again. And Goldman's up $4. We're up 133. God, Goldman should be flying. You're going to move up like this. Holy crap. And now we're just, see how it moves up and does nothing? It's like, oh, just get in. Just upgrade Goldman. Upgrade. Oh, hurry up. After a move like this, it's selling it up here. But instead, with the low volume, it's just floating. It's like a butterfly, sting like a bee. EXEL. EXEL. Yeah, grinding higher, just nonstop. Why not? Everyone's going short and they're just pushing it up. Yeah, I think we talked like $20 on this one, maybe 21, just appears. Gosh, this one's getting, oh man. Oh yeah, that's right, because we had that too. I mean, yeah, that's right, because you had the high here. So I'm 25 maybe. You want to take a stab on it, EXL? Gosh, just wait patiently. Maybe some puts, but if you buy a put and it doesn't do anything for 3-4 days, get the hell out. Don't stick in that so they can take all your money. And that's, what is that one? ENET. Jeez, some of these stocks are just unreal. Yeah, that's a nice retrace too. Look at that. Boom, probably on earnings. Nope, straight back up. Why not? Gosh, almost a gap fill here too, 100 even number. Gosh, if you want to short this one, you can short this one. I would have no problem with that. You might go a little higher, so save some for the tank. But I love that retrace. I don't even know is it going up on Trump or something? Maybe. But yeah, I mean, maybe if you want to wait for $100, 100 even number right there. If it gets up to there, short it. That's ANET. That one wouldn't be bad right there. So, all right, let's see here. So 3672X. So we're still there. I'm going to close that out. Let's see. I got some messages. Anything else you want me to look at? Just punch it in the thing. Tell me what you're looking at, doing long or going short. I'm going to do think, let's see here. I'll do Twilio. All right, here. X, wait. Yeah, hold on here. Thoughts on the crazy DPZ run? Yeah, I'm adding more on DPZ. I'm not going to buy that crap. DPZ. But they're the best. You know, if you're not short DPZ, I mean, you can wait for maybe 200, maybe on earnings. But this is another one. It's a high flyer. You're gonna have to put the position on and be patient with it. You know, maybe 10 bucks more. Who knows? Maybe on earnings. Maybe if we blow up on earnings, we get to 200. I'll add my last position, then I'll hold it. That's how I'm gonna play that one off. Yeah, it might sell off the last hour. I don't know. You know, with the light volume, we have 42 million on the SPY. We got an hour and a half left. I don't know. Yeah, X. Yeah, they're grinding that one as much as they can. Let's see, where are we? 79. So I'm still up a little bit on this one. So we'll see if we can get a little bit more. But if it goes like this sideways here, this is a little bit bearish. Still bullish overall. Actually, it's a little bit bearish on there. Let's see on the 60 minutes. Let's see what they're showing on there. Yeah, it might sell off. You never know though on it. You don't. Yeah, this one's still. You know, we came back here, touched the. Was that the? Yeah, that's why we bounced there. So we bounced off the 250 retrace. That's why we're holding up there. So, but X, you know, holding strong. You know, going up on news like always, and why not? Why not, guys? It's always on news. So, anybody else want me to look at any charts or anything? Just punch them up, short or long, and give me the symbol, and then let me know what you're thinking. So, all right, let's see here. Anything else? NetEase, some NVIDIA. Oh, Priceline. Priceline, no. Oh my gosh. When's earnings on Priceline, guys? Gosh, this is another one that just won't quit. Oh, we shorted this one a ton of time. Short, covered, short, covered. Oh my gosh, maybe. They gotta be going Priceline, let's party. Yeah, right. Hold on here. Let's see something. Priceline, let's party. Ay, ay, ay. It's got to be another one. They're running up into earnings. They got to have earnings. If this one has a blow off February 27th for earnings, man, almost tempted to give this one a shot. Oh my gosh. I love the fact that it did that. Gosh. It's tempting here, guys, to take a small position just to earnings right now. I do like the double top spot here. You know, it's trying to break out here, maybe higher prices. Volume still sucks though, so that's a tough one here. I mean, if you gosh, I'd rather wait a couple. I mean, we only have to wait a week and a half, but man, this is a good run up just for a quick short, maybe get, you know, 10, 20 bucks out of it. You're into the even number here at 1605. Tesla caught a bid again. Yeah, $8. Jeez. Just won't give up. Priceline, let's part. Tesla catching a bid again. Yep, I normally don't do this, but I'm gambling on NVIDIA this earnings. A little nervous. What are you playing? Short or long, Brian? Got whipped a few days ago on IWM. Gunshine now missed the up. Yeah. Just stick with, you know what? I need right now, guys, you got to put your shorts on. Don't go heavy positions and just let them sit. You know your areas to add a little bit more. With complacent markets like this, I mean, you got gold. Man, you got Goldman Sachs flying. You got it's just crazy. I look at these. I have all these charts that I look at all day, and I'm just in awe. Just like, wow, this is pretty amazing. You know, it's an amazing run. You got to give hats off to it. Short at 120 on the on which one? IWM. Wait a second here. Oh, at okay. Yeah, I think that's a good bet, to be honest with you. So you're actually in the money a couple bucks on that one. Well, if it's a small enough position, then go with it. If you don't want to stick with it, just sell half or cover half. If it shoots up, the half you took off, add it if it shoots up after hours. Screen, do I need to subscribe? Can everybody see my? Oh, hold on. Some reason. Shoot. Hold on, guys. Oh, wait a second here. You should be able to see me. My man, what's going on here? I can't share anything right now. Let me see if I can share this one. I can't do a screen share right now, guys. Something's going on here. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to come back. Let's see here. I don't, let's see. Yeah, I can't. It's not letting me share. Let's see. Let's go into this one. Let's see if it does that one. Ah, shoot. All right, guys. I'm not sure why it's not letting me. No, something happened on my end, guys. Because my recorder, nothing's going on. Application window. Dang. Yeah, I don't know why I quit. It just kicked me out. Yeah, I can't share anymore, guys. Darn it. All right, I'm gonna have to stop this. Stop it and darn, I'll have to post a new link. Ah, man, I don't know what happened. No, you don't have to subscribe, bud. I have no I how long has it been out, guys? Did it just go out? Ah, shoot. No, I don't know that much about this stuff. How I get back into this or let's see here. Yeah, it won't let me do it. I got my chat up there. Nah, something's up. I got a glitch or something. Ah, darn it. All right, guys, I'm going to end the session right now. If I do come back, I'll post another screen share. Dang, what is going on? Hold on here. Yeah, well, I can't even get my ugly mug on here. Darn. Nothing. I can't share anymore. Oh, that stinks. All right, guys, I got nothing. I got nothing to show you. Let me look at one more thing here. Default voice. Yeah, I don't know why it stopped. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna call it quits right now. If I do come back, darn, just restart everything. I don't. If I leave this event, I think that's gonna be it for now. Will, good. How do I do that, buddy? I'll start it again. Went out like 3 minutes ago. All right. Ah, it sucks. It cut off after Priceline. Ah. No double audio right now. So that's fixed. Yeah, I just don't know what to do with this crap, man. I know how to trade. I just don't know how to fix my. There's got to be another. Yeah, I don't even know, guys. Darn it. What are you using to stream? I just use the live Hangouts deal. Whatever they give me on the Google. Yeah, like kicked it out, and I don't get why I kicked it out. You software called OBS to YouTube stream. Yeah, I guess there's some other stuff too. Nah, I don't know. Gosh. See, I don't know if I could get out and restart it again. I'm not sure how to do it. All right, well, I'll try it again, guys. Hey, thanks for coming to the live stream. If I could get this thing going, I'll post some more stuff. If you're a subscriber to my website, it's free. Go subscribe. When I'm doing the live videos, you'll get an email, maybe 15 minutes before I go live. So you have that. We do trade ideas, all that good stuff. And sorry about this today. That sucks. Unbelievable. Oh, wait a second here. Yeah, it's something with my camera. Let's see if I could go. See if I can do it. Yeah, it just won't do it. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to take off here. If I do go live again, I'll post another stream. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I know this is the first time it's ever happened, so I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, wait a second, hold on. Maybe broadcast alert. Yeah, I don't even know. They're not. I think something. It says my streaming's okay. Everything says it's okay, I guess. I don't know. It just won't do it. Ah, shoot. All right, sorry guys. Little technical difficulty here. At the end here, dang it. What time is it? 2:34. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'll post another stream. I'll come back on in about an hour. We'll go through some stuff, look at some stocks that you guys want me to look at, and then we'll go over it. Maybe we'll stay through earnings with Nvidia. If it does go down, maybe we'll have a pretty good scalp spot to scalp that bad boy or whatever earnings. Bring some earnings plays. I'm going to come back in about a half hour or so. Let's bring some earning plays. Maybe we can do some scalping after hours. All right, guys, thanks for coming to the live stream. Go to my website, sign up for the free membership, all that good stuff, and we'll take it from there. Sorry for the inconvenience, and see you guys on the charts. Thanks again. Take care.